All right, we're using the drone to take a look at tract 54 at Cave Hollow. We're on the west side of the property. The property borders the gravel easement road along its entire north side. And this particular tract, tract 54, is toward the westernmost edge of Cave Hollow, which is desirable because that puts it close to the main road in the area, which is Highway 5. The white truck is parked right in front of the property there. So as we gain some altitude, we've turned, we're facing north. That's Highway 5, the paved road. The property sits a little ways back from Highway 5, so you've got a nice buffer of trees, giving you some extra privacy. And just the way it's situated gives you some nice privacy as well. It fronts that easement road and then goes way back to the south. So the location is one of the kind of the major selling points of this particular tract, but the other one, which is probably even more important than where it's located within Cave Hollow, is this property has some of the most level ground of any tracts out at Cave Hollow. In fact, I'd say the middle and most of the north end of the property are virtually flat. And I believe we'll see that. I think in a moment here we're going to get a little lower and kind of get a closer look at the property itself. Heavily wooded, but as we get a few hundred feet in, you'll see there are some natural clearings which could potentially be excellent spots for hunting or even building a home or a cabin. You'll want to watch the ground video as well. That'll give you a good look at the property from the ground. I'm not sure if this one has an existing driveway. If it doesn't, it wouldn't be too tricky to clear out a few of the small trees and make yourself a driveway going in. But basically, if you had a driveway going back a couple hundred feet to the natural open areas, you'd have a ready-made site for building or camping. Here we're checking out the road frontage, looking southerly at the northern part of the property. Look at the beautiful timber on the property. That's awesome. Right about in the middle, to the right of the center, there we go. That's going to be one of the kind of natural open areas on the property. And you can see some odds and ends, like maybe an old lawnmower and some other stuff. We're not sure if there possibly was a residence on this property at some point or what the deal is with that, but it does look like there's some almost scrap metal, and I think you can see that better in the ground video. It doesn't, as we mentioned earlier, the property is shockingly flat in the middle. As you go southerly from the middle, it'll start to slope down, which is pretty unique because it gives you options that a lot of properties just don't have. You've got the very level area if you just want a bread and butter traditional building site, but if you want something that has more of a view, you could start moving your building site a little further south on the property where it starts to slope down.